team that you haven't faced before. And it's
Mhm.
really good to have a, let's say, sounding board because we all have bias. Even when we are working on ourselves, we have our lens, we have our dragons, we have, and you can be fully differentiated, self-actualized, and it
Mhm.
still can help for someone to point out, like, maybe that's the thing that's playing here. Have you looked at it from this perspective? And
Absolutely.
everyone can benefit from that.
Yeah, absolutely. You can never see 360 everything about yourself. So each time I work with you, being it one more degree or 10, it doesn't matter. There's always one more to see that I can't see. So absolutely.
Yeah, beautiful. And what would you tell someone who's considering joining the leadership landing?
Um, be prepared to be surprised continuously, sometimes multiple times in the same session. Be ready to see parts of yourself that you never saw, which is good and scary at the same time. Normally, it's scary first in the moment, and then it's good after some time when you feel the effect. Yeah, and I would advise don't lose one single. In the session 5 minutes before, and be sure to leave only in the last second because every moment counts. I mean,
Wow.
everything was so good. So yeah.
I've seen that consistently in the program because a lot of people which have such programs, they say people don't show up or they don't follow through or but I have
Mhm.
not seen it with my program. Like people have been sick and still showing up. People have went on vacation and still show up because they're
Mhm.
always like, I don't want to miss something because what if this is the moment that so
Yes, yes, and do the homework. Super
oh
important. The homework part was very intense many
yeah,
times.
it's very intense. And when, I mean, of course, I guess you could make it through the program without to doing it, but you won't grow as much.
No, no, no. Certain things, the homework was a revisit. So it was me revisiting everything with or parts that we talked during the class, but it was also a moment to go deeper into some topics which in the class, because of time limitation, you can't go as deep.
Hmm.
And then afterwards, when you do the homework, you can take as much time as you need, and then you feel the intensity of certain things. So,
Yeah, and for me, it's also value for money in a way. Like you know it from our one-on-one coaching. Some things we just reflect on better when we have time alone to do it and
mhm.
we can dig deep. And then when we have our next moment together, we're not just starting, let's say here, we're starting here. And
Yes.
I find it so valuable. And so I even feel like it gives you more by
Mhm.
allowing you that opportunity to grow a little bit, and then we're starting in a farther place, and then we can reflect on it.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
So even in the one-on-one program, you have homework
I have homework.
every single
I,
time.
I, I have one last homework to do, which is
Exactly.
interesting because even if I'm not doing it, I found myself in moments where I'm going here or there, thinking about it and already kind of connecting, oh, this is a good moment where I could anchor one of those new actions. And it gets there. So it's even I'm even doing the homework without doing the homework.
It's
That's the
amazing.
interesting part.
Wow.
So yeah.
If this program had a ripple effect on the world, what do you think it would spark?
If we could pick it up and make it something mandatory for every kid in school and every university student, I mean, the world would go like 10 levels up because what I feel is that my whole life when I was studying and then when I go working, I forgot about taking care of the most important person in the world that can actually make a difference. Me. I can't change the others, but I can change myself. And taking so much time to learn how to change myself, how to understand myself, it's a waste of time. If I would have been doing this 30 years back, I can't even imagine the difference it would make. So this is the ripple effect I believe it has. And the reality is that, for instance, with my daughter, that she's now in the university, I end up influencing her, eventually not with the same techniques. I don't sit down and do all of them, but I end up using snippets of things here and there and giving her. And for sure, I will recommend her as soon as she finishes the university and then eventually even goes to the working world to do such a program, probably with you. But that's kind of the thing. These kind of effects, I mean, they keep on growing. First inside myself, and everybody around me ends up being influenced by it. So
I've
they were
actually
the.
had exactly that situation happen several occasions where I had a husband attend and then the wife attend and then the sister attend. You know,
Mhm.
but in general, even if they don't attend, those ripples go out. If you start having different conversations, you are giving an example of how a good conversation can be.
Mhm, exactly. In the
Yeah,
one-on-ones I do with my teams, I already use some of the things you do.
yeah,
Not yet completely, because I'm going to bring some of the techniques actually for our one-on-ones next year in a more consistent way. But I'm already bringing some snippets here and there, which already I also see difference in the way my team behaves and the things they do. So.
yeah. It all spreads, and I see it also in my own children. They're young, but
Mhm,
the way that my oldest daughter approaches situations, it's so even at her school, her teacher has recognized that Sophie is so much. Uh, she's so sound in the way that she deals with the situation when there's a situation with the teacher or if the class needs help they
mhm,
have Sophie be the one leading that conversation because she allows the teacher to exist in the conversation without attacking,
mhm.
you know, but following those patterns. And she's young, you know, so I think, oh gosh, I wish I would have had that
Yes.
kind of stuff when I mean, it took me years. I even sometimes think that some people that knew me in my past life, so in my 20s or something, and they're
Uh-huh.
watching this, they may think, Sarah, good at conversations? Because I was
Yeah.
not always. I was really not always. I was kind of like you. I would shut down. I
Mhm.
wouldn't be able to speak, you know, like, so yeah, I think it would have been wonderful to learn these things at a young age.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Um, so I'm trying to see which question that oh, here we go. Looking back, what part of yourself did this program help you rediscover or strengthen?
Hmm. Okay, that's tough.
Deep.
Yeah, yeah, because I now I know when I wake up in the morning and go to the mirror, I see a different person on the other side. So it's the first normally the first person I wake up before everybody else at home,
Hmm.
which means it's the first person I can actually talk in the morning is myself.
Yeah.
So I do see a different person. As I mentioned, I'm way more open, but I'm not. It's not a question of being open about saying things. It's I see myself better. And especially, and for me, that's super important. I understand why things happen. I mean, I'm an engineer. I was a kid. I opened toys just to understand how they work, and then I would assemble them again just to prove that I could put them work back as they were before. So doing that with myself, looking inside, understand why certain things are happening, and then being able to use them to do good things in the day that comes ahead, that's super important. And that would be probably one of the most interesting things. And parallel to this, and I mean, I'm talking about myself, so that's not a secret, and I don't need permission from anyone. One of the things I noticed is that I neglected myself for a long time. And I remember in one of the exercises that we did, that I was supposed to write a letter to myself.
An
That was
apology.
that was super intense because I remember when I wrote it was kind of okayish, but when I read it a couple of days after, it was super intense to understand the things I allowed myself to do to myself, and I forgot about myself. I can't forget. I will never forget about myself ever. I'm the most important person in the world. And this is not about being selfish and not caring about others. It's truly about understanding that first it needs to be me because the other ones around me, they will never be good if I'm bad. So and this was kind of the biggest thing from the program that came and that changed from within. So
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's, in fact, where real ownership begins. So many leaders struggle to get ownership coming from the people that they lead. And the way that I lead my teams or my reports.
Mhm.
is I build them into leaders.